Get my monitor set up here. Okay, that one can go there. Cool. We're getting set up here. Make you guys a little spot here amongst all the dishes. Ooh. And then power. All right, do we have charging? Yes, we are charging. Cool. All right, let's get started. Hey, Phil, what's up, man? For some caffeine. How is everyone? Well, I got a stack of dishes to do, so take that into account, but not bad. I got the garage floor scrubbed out last night. I have a small section left, so I'll finish that later. But for now, this needs to get done. What are you up to on your Monday? Okay, I'll pause, stream opener. Green tea. Tincture. Let us continue. Oh, that's actually dirty. They didn't even use that. Last couple things out of it. Just pretending to work. Yeah. Definitely know what you mean. Been there many a times. A few too many times. In fact. Yep, wrong hand. Let us engage the mittens. There we go. Let's start with the big one here. Yeah, we got quite the crowd showing up. So what's going on, everyone? You guys just chilling. Mondays are normally busy, but after a long weekend, it can be crazy. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, we had a crazy weekend. Church, and then just class after church. We had a baby shower, and the whole garage fiasco. Tons and tons of stuff going on, just absolutely slam busy. Still managed to get in a good ride, a couple hour ride too. So, good times. Speaking of the bike, I got the last box of parts inbound, aside from the seat. And that should be here today. So, that'll be fun. Get that all changed out. Yeah, the garage has a nice trash pile out front now. We took care of that the other day. Now I just have to get rid of it all. Mario, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Marlo, my bad. My eyes are terrible. Subscribe, leave comment. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Man, I'm about to have to turn on the old people mode on my iPad. Make the font bigger. Having problems seeing it already. Ugh, there we go. That water down some. So, anybody do anything crazy over 4th of July? I went to bed early. I mean, they're still shooting off fireworks every night since around here, but we did not do anything special. Relax mostly, yeah, that's the way to do it. All right, it's just another day, just with fewer demands, the way I see it. Look out with the kids, nice. Yeah, my kids have decided that today is the day that they're going fishing in the creek. Already caught one bluegill. So we'll see what else they come up with. I'm just glad that they're outside. Good Lord, maybe it's time for some coffee. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make some cowboy coffee. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. I'm trying to drag. I'm all out of cold brew. Let's use this pot. There we go. go. Some heat on. Get the water going. Oh. See, good, about probably 2 quarts of water in there. Don't want too much. All right. And then we'll end up with about 2 cups of ground coffee. Yeah, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Here, a little far away. Let me bring you on over. Red Rover style. All right, here we go. There we go. Get this out of the way. All right, coffee grinder does not want to reach. All right, just a moment. Let's see. What do we have today? Today we have got the Roastery Blonde blend. It's not bad. It's got a decent amount of caffeine. All right, fill this up one time. Plug that in. Grinder up. That's what we're looking for right there. Oh, come on. Focus. There we go. Not too fine, not too coarse. Somewhere right in the middle. Just in we go. I'll do it one more time. See, even when you're not working a job, you still have the Monday morning blues. There's just something about Mondays. They'll just suck it out of you. Okay. There we go again. Just right on in there. So there's a number 12 on the side of that. I'm not sure what that's for, but I've done 2 of them up to there. It's not 12 ounces, is it? It might be 12 ounces. Oh yeah, there we go. So we'll go ahead and put our grinder away. And then let's go ahead and mix this up some. Not even gonna bother with a spoon, just a little jiggle. Let it incorporate. Like a little sinking island in the middle of coffee goodness lake. There we go. It's all in there, and then just let it off gas. Loom right there in the pot. Just got it over a medium high heat. We can turn it up if we want to, all the way on high. Just let it take its time. church began. And y'all, this is cowboy coffee. It's just simple. Water, coffee, boil. Gonna let it boil for about 10 minutes. And all that bitterness just evaporates out of there, and it's absolutely delicious. Just look at that crema on top. Many of espresso would be envious of that layer of foam right there. Just agitate it every once in a while. Get it moving around so we don't have a boil over type situation. Hey, Michigan man, Cliff, got some cowboy coffee on. Got the Monday blues of Monday. So this is about the strongest coffee that you can come up with without just eating the coffee. Already had some green tea and I just didn't cut it. Yes, ma'am. It's cowboy. There you go. If you guys knew that, the wife was hoping for Turkish. Told her it was cowboy, and she said that was good enough. There's not much coffee that compares to Turkish coffee, but that should say something for you right there. It's kind of like a pot of Turkish coffee. Although I didn't grind it nearly as fine for that. Coming after 5 days off, I feel like caffeine would be sweet, right? All right, let's get that swirling again. The outside layer is getting ready to boil. There we go. And that background music, I don't know if that's hitting for you guys, but that's hitting for me. All right, let's put you guys down here. I'll grab our spatula. We don't really need it, but I like keeping the sides of the pot nice and clean. Just one swipe all the way around, pop the rivets. Totally not necessary to stir. Let me make sure that's clear. We wanted to do things. There we go, getting our boil coming in. tell because it starts boiling around the edges first, and those bubbles get a lot bigger. You don't have that fine crumb anymore. Now it's more foam. Now is when we need to turn on the heat down to half so it doesn't boil over. And mind you, this was only 2 quarts of water in here, and it swelled up to 3 with that layer of foam. There we go. The magic moment. Where the coffee ground water becomes cowboy coffee. And just turn it down a little bit. Just to let it simmer. Right, like so. And we'll come back to that in about 10 minutes. Till then, dishes call. Oh, I don't want to do dishes. But here we are. They must get done. Places to go, things to do, people to see. You know, hands to kiss, babies to shake, all that. I have to make sure this meat grinder is fully washed. I'm going to need it soon. I'm going to make some meatballs. There's more meatballs than marinara today. So it's Italian style. To do that, I need some ground pork. I've got a Boston butt in the fridge. That'll be perfect. Probably about 6 pounds of ground beef in there. Great. There we go. Got the dye here. Or nut. Rather. Gustavo, welcome. Is it Brazil? Unfortunately, I don't know any Portuguese. I actually watched a really good Brazilian show. What was it? 3% or something like that. Really cool show. Really enjoyed it. It's on Netflix. It's like a dystopian future where all the people who won this contest, like a Hunger Games kind of thing, kind of contest, they all got to live on this island full of technology, while everybody else lived in the slums back on the mainland. Very interesting show. Started out kind of slow, but by the end, man, it got good. What was the name of the show? I think it was 3%, something like that. The 3%, something along those lines. It's on Netflix, or at least it was. You know what? I'm gonna need these. I'm gonna put these all off to the side so they don't get buried. Dubbed in English? Yeah. It was a dubbed show. They had a bunch of different languages that it was dubbed into. Drop that whole thing. Alright. That's for the dishwasher. Alright, let's get some of this stuff out of here. So I can get the garbage disposal running. My son speaks French and Portuguese. I do not. Oh, that's cool, Phil. I took French in high school. Don't remember hardly any of it. I did not do that well. I always said that English was hard enough, and that was my first language. There's no way I'd be picking up a second language. They didn't believe me. They still made me take the class, but didn't do that great. Ooh, look at that. What I found down in there. Okay, I don't know if anything slipped down into the garbage disposal, so I'm going to wait to run it until after this water goes down. I can stick my hand down there and check it. We took so much French classes, they ran out, and the professor made a new class. Nice. Sounds like my sisters when they took Spanish in high school. All three of them, I think all three of them did full 4 years. And like my middle sister, she even translated a book into Spanish one summer because she was bored. Yeah, overachiever. Mind you, choose an odd cookie. Is an odd cookie. Oh, I cannot fit my hands down in there with these bitch mittens on. Oh well, I'm just gonna have to send it. Okay, we're good. Ooh, onion or gatsby? Onion. There's that chopstick. Okay. Oh, what's next? Oh, let's gather knives. Knives are next. And then we'll check on that. Although I better get a couple coffee cups washed. Because we're going to need them. Thank goodness. Other knives. Yeah, there's one hiding here. There we go. This one's got all kinds of dried up garlic on there. Pray for me so I don't slice my finger off. I'll just set that one. There's no reason to tempt fate. But yeah, anybody just watching, feel free to hop in the chat. We can have a conversation. Just while the day away while we work. The professor travels when school is out. He found diaries of French slaves from the 1700s and 1800s, made copies of, and the students translated them. They were from French-occupied Caribbean islands. Man, that's cool. That's cool, Phil. Phil. No, you go blade down. There we go. Thought that came off for the most part. There we go. Got a package of medical supplies, sorting them into bug out bags now. Cool. Yeah, that's something I need to improve. We've got a couple kits from Refuge, but nowhere near where I want to be. I'd love to take a week and go down and go through their training one of these days. Nice, Phil. I'm digging my way out of email backlog. Your activity sounds more fun. Sounds more fun. There we go. You know what, though, Cliff? One way to get out of that email backlog is press the following buttons. Control A, Shift Delete. Solve that real quick and in a hurry. Once again, that's Control A, then release, then Shift Delete. You know, for the back of the class. Okay. Now coffee cups. Here's mine. Try. Turn that off. So Phil, what kind of supplies did you get? I've been eyeballing the buckets at Refuge, along with a adventure kit. I think that would be great for around here, only for everyday things. Okay, what do I want to do next? Coffee. Coffee's next. So, mind you, this stuff is nice and strong. So I could even throw a couple cubes of ice in here to cool it down and it'd still be potent. Take a look at that. Nice and thick. Blacker than night. Hey buddy, can you take this upstairs? Dishes. It's hot, okay? So careful. You can hold it around the rim too if you need. Thank you. Oh. Chest seals, SAM splints, sutures, compression bandages, nasal tube, and more. Cool, cool, cool. I've been playing around with the idea of getting one of those staplers. Figured that would be handy. Okay, there we go. And all the rest of this stuff is going to go into my cold brew container. Leave this sit overnight. I call it Midnight Cowboy. It is delicious. So strong. If you're not a big coffee drinker, you just take a shot of it and you are buzzing for half a day. So I'm going to let that cool. Actually, I'm going to throw some ice in there. I have a stapler. I hope I don't have to use it. But I think I stapled myself before suturing, right? And, you know, the staples, they don't really hurt that much from what I'm told, especially compared to suturing. I mean, you hardly feel it. It just goes right in that top layer of skin. I have sutures too, though. Yeah, I've got a bunch of butterfly closures. I don't have any sutures. I don't have any experience with that. And I think before I stock it, I'd like to have some practice on hand. But yeah, I'll get there. But I think the stapler is just an easy option. Even a kid could use it. Oops. A little too much ice in there. Let's put that over there. Rinse off our ice cube. There we go. See, I don't know about you guys. I don't get much pleasure out of drinking coffee, but I drink it for the caffeine. So even if it's a little watery, I don't care. Even if it's cold, I don't care. Button. There we go. We also go through a lot of 3M Vet Bond with these wild kids. 3M Vet Bond. Interesting. What is this wizardry there, Cliff? Elaborate, please. Phil, stapler. Zip wound closures too. Gotcha. Is that like the super glue? Oh, God, that's good. Ah, the medical grade super glue. Yeah, I need to get my hands on some of that. Oh, there we go. I feel like I can live again. Whew. Not sure if you guys can see it, but I've got goosebumps everywhere from that rush of caffeine. Yeah, it's not going to come across. Oh, nice. All right, let's get this cookie sheets out of the way. All right, cutting board. All right, I'll just continue. Oh, wait, found another knife. So, for you, all you silent types back in the back of the class, what is something I can do to make this more interactive and interesting for you guys? Because, you know, the fellas hop on and, you know, we talk a little bit, and there's a few random people that interact, but what do you guys think? Let's fix that angle some. Oh, that is atrocious. So what do you think? Because I kind of feel like this whole dishes thing is stagnating, but dishes are never going to end, so these live streams are going to continue. But I'd like to make this better somehow, and I'm open to suggestions. So I will rely on the infinite wisdom in the back of the class. Ooh, there's a plate. Good Lord. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. And we just floss the back of the class. That's what happens when you try to interact with the back of the class. They clam up and they just bail on you. I don't know, Phil, Cliff, what do you guys think? Same question for the front of the class. But I'm worried these tourniquets are knockoff. Yeah, that's why I just buy all my tourniquets from Refuge. I would also, get it from what's his name, Homestead. I just haven't needed anything. I enjoy the lives. Yeah, Phil, I do too. I just want to make it better, and don't really know how to without growing tips. So I guarantee you, if my wife was standing here, man, we'd have like 300 people here. Feet pics? You don't want pics of my feet. Maybe I need to ask the gamer kids when they stop on by next. Although their visits are weeks apart, it seems. Then again, I could just get some fire going. Never know, bud. You could try topless dishes. Might attract a different demographic than usual. That's something that we used to actually do, topless cooking, back when we were dating. The rule is no shirts allowed. Got interesting. Did that out on Fire Island once, too. Then again, that whole weekend I didn't wear a shirt. Beautiful weather. Does attract attention, but you got to pick your crowd. If any of you guys have never been to Fire Island, I highly recommend it. At least I would have, 10 years ago. Brutal on DLC night, I bet. Actually, I made a seafood Alfredo. First time ever. I just had been binge watching the Food Network, and I just pulled it right out of my backside. Turned out all right. Scallops were a little overdone, but everybody enjoyed it. Hey, Chase, I have a good news. We're living in a time where you can get surgery and get some tits. Well, I need tits money first. So, Chase, if you're sponsoring, we'll talk. I'm long out of the time where the government will pay for it. I never did get my elective surgery. Hey, George. While washing spaghetti sauce off the plate, that reminds me of Nam, but less napalm. There we go. The wife says bitter coffee. I don't know what she's talking about. I think it tastes good raw. Seafood can be tricky on timing. Exactly, Cliff. That was the first time I'd ever cooked seafood. I've been kidding, right? Perfect scallops are like only 1 minute away from rubber. It's more like 30 seconds at most. I don't think I'd ever seen scallops before that. I'd heard of them, but yeah, never actually seen them in real life. You see them on TV, Food Network and whatnot. That was a good time. Good weekend. Drag show was fun too. Okay, so the wife said the coffee was bitter, so I'm gonna actually turn this back on low for another while. Real scallops are good. Yeah, I don't mind them. I've had them a few times here and there in different ways. I'm just not a big fan of shellfish in general, but that's just me. Drag show just joined. Good morning from Cali. Hey. Now, every time Adam pops in here, my California roots come out. Yeah, we were talking about a weekend I spent on Fire Island while the wife and I were dating. You catch another one? Yeah? How many did you catch? You caught 3? All bluegills? Oh, you got a catfish and a bass too? Good job. Hey, stop right there. Take those soaking wet clothes off outside. And you need a shower after getting that wet in the creek. You're going to fish more? Okay, don't track the water all through the house. Ask brother to get it for you or something. That child has been fishing for 3.5 hours now. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, the water finally cleared up, and then right around dawn, all the fish were just snapping up all the bugs. It was pretty cool. I don't think we've caught anything out of this creek yet, but all the big fish came out of the pond and then up into the creek behind our house. And yeah, they were having fun out there in the cattails, and apparently she's getting after them. Microorganisms. Exactly. Microorganisms. They're the biggest microorganisms, or so they tell me. They tell me, very reliable sources tell me that they're humongous microorganisms. I don't know where that came from. I just think he's hilarious. I just treat it as a comedy act, and I just laugh and move on. Pho rice noodles with fire brats. Ooh, that does sound good. That sounds good indeed. The biggest comedy act was Gray Davis, followed by the Governor. We stopped calling them brownouts. We started calling them gray outs. Adam, you know what I mean. It's ridiculous. State with that much money having rolling brownouts. I mean, come on, California, get your ish together. Then again, PG&E's infrastructure is aging. I forget what it is up north. I never had to pay them, but yeah. Smud, that's what it was, I think. Or was Smud East Coast? Can't remember. Adam, help me out, buddy. that a Northern California thing, or was that an East Coast thing? I can't remember. Might have been New York. I don't remember. It's tyranny, plain and simple. Let's close all our power plants, buy electricity from other states that are doing evil things, so we don't want to do anymore. Exactly. It's like, we're no longer going to produce plastic in this state. We're just going to buy all our plastic from another place. It's like, really? That's not doing anything. Probably East Coast. Yeah, that sounds right. It's most likely the power company in the tri-state area. Okay. Suppose I'll get more straws done since they're here. And I hate straws, so I might as well get it done early. What other straws and utensils do I have hiding places? Ice cream scoop, spoon. There we go. It's funny, on these ice cream scoops that are liquid filled, they tell you not to put them in hot water. But it's like, that's how they work. The ice cream with modern freezers is just so hard. You have to melt it to get it out. Oh, sunlight in Cali. Sunlight, Cali should be all set with power. Well, the problem with that, there, Phil, is all the agricultural land. You can't give up all the agricultural land to produce power. The ideal thing to do is set up all those in, what's it called? Like Nevada, because they're really shielded there from all the weather by the mountains. And then you just got all that daylight. You cover a good portion of Nevada with solar panels, and there's all the daytime power needs for the U.S. Or so I've been told. I mean, I've heard that people have done the numbers, and that would produce all the daytime power that we would need. Problem is storing it for overnight. Although for that, I kind of like the concept of those sand batteries. Is used as thermal mass and then tap into it at night. Plenty of sand out there, Or if they want to do even better, they could export that to Death Valley. Man, that would be sweet. Because it cools down quite a bit at night there, and you just have that blazing heat out there helping to heat it up. Be interesting. And the transmission lines wouldn't be that expensive considering. Or the liquefied salt batteries. Yeah, cool stuff. No, not very cool. It's actually quite hot, but still, you guys know what I mean. Today, Death Valley may hit 130. Yeah, not so bad. Been there, done that. Not Death Valley, but I've done 130. Key is to stay hydrated, stay in the sand. The sand battery better than salt. Well, with salt, you can get it up to a higher temperature and actually liquefy the salt. So I believe it stores more heat. But I mean, it just depends on what you're doing. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could be wrong. Because when you heat up the salt, it'll liquefy. But when you heat up the sand, it'll also liquefy, but it'll cool into glass. I don't know at what temperature that it does that at the top of my head, but I would assume that if you're going extremely high heat, salt would be better. Okay, let's see. What is next? All right, let's get this thing out of the way since it's clean. And I need room. Ooh, I need to plug that in. I need more power. More power. Stand by, more power. Got to plug in this phone here. Okay. And I need the other power pack. Plug in my phone. My phone needs power. Oh, let's get precarious with this here. These little Anchor power packs are just awesome. I love them. There we go. Put that there. Let's not fall over. Okay. Let's see. 1473 Fahrenheit for salt to become molten. Yeah, I think not too much above that is where sand turns into glass. All right, let's get the rest of these kitchen utensils over here. Do I have a bowl I can soak them in? No, but I have a pot that needs to be soaked anyways. Let's see. 2930 for sand to become molten. Okay, so yeah, there's a sweet spot in there. Oh man, that'd be fun. Fun science experiment. Hey Phil, can you look up the max temperature for oxyacetylene torch? That would be a fun little experiment for the kids. Although I'm not sure if it's quite to those temperatures. 3,200 degrees, you believe? Oh, thanks, Matthew. Man, Matthew, where you been? Why you been so quiet? Why you no talk? Here I am just yapping to myself. Oh, cool. I might take the kids out and liquefy some salt. That'd be fun. Oh, 6,300 degrees. Working? Okay. Okay, I get you. Oh man, Bill, that's hotter than I thought. It's been a while since I broke out the oxyacetylene tank. I need to. I bet you I'm rusty. Need to get some welding rods. Brazing rods, rather. Both. Yeah, with how clean the garage is, I might actually be able to weld in the garage. The big CEOs are here today, a bunch of bull. Well, you know, if memory serves, it's probably only one CEO. But I get you. Big bosses, C-level guys. Good guys. I always liked interacting with the C-level guys. But as soon as I started working for one, I got fired pretty quickly. I mean, there were other issues at play, but they had no problem like cutting people loose. Yeah, speaking of that job, I remember this one conversation I had with the HR lady. We worked together on a bunch of stuff, terminations and new hires. We do all the security and account control side of things, permission, provisioning, and all that stuff. And I remember her specifically asking, and it kind of stands out in my mind, that if I would be willing to take on a role in another team. And I told her that, and I was up in a senior position, so I would in effect be taking a demotion. And I told her that I wasn't sure if I would be able to do that because honestly, I didn't really respect any of the guys that were running those teams, except for one guy. But, you know, I was equal to all of them, maybe a bit senior. But told her I wasn't sure if I'd be able to work underneath them. And then I think it was a month or two later, I ended up getting fired from that job. Probably should have taken that demotion. They wouldn't have cut my pay or anything. I was due for a pay raise anyway. But probably should have. Something about moving my department overseas to their other office. Labor was cheaper. They could probably hire three guys over there for what they were paying me. They were all hourly workers and I was salaried, so it would have been much cheaper. Okay, I'll just probably turn it off now. Been on plenty long. Oh, here's the bowl that I was looking for. Got all in there. But yeah, guys, that coffee, it hits good. I just had that one good chug over here with you guys, and I have not needed to touch it since. Man, Cowboy coffee is the way to go. Alright, let's see. Any other cooking utensils? No, but there's a couple other things. Work is calling. Farewell. All right, Adam. We will be here when you're done. Actually, speaking of which, fellas, I gotta go grab some more soap. I left it in the garage last night after washing the floors. I forgot to bring it back. So hang on, 2 shakes. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, gotcha. All right, there we go. Had to get the fan restarted. The garage door open. After spending all that time and getting the garage almost dry, took the hose in there last night, sprayed it down with hot soapy water, and vacked it all up. Oh, there we go. So, kind of double work there, but now the garage floor, or at least 90% of it, is clean enough to be able to eat off of. So, can't complain too much. All right, let's see. Where is USPS tracking? Come on. Okay, not yet. Checking the progress on my final moto package. Aside from the seat that's still being built. Not quite the SOE experience with the seat, but pretty close. I think they said it was going to be 2 to 3 months. And I've been checking on it every couple of days to see if it's shipped yet, and it's only been about 10 days. But once it gets here, it will be well worth the wait. All right, there we go. Fresh soap. Also picked up a silicone pad for my soldering project and the watchmaker's toolkit. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I picked up one of those cheap watchmakers or watch maintenance toolkits off of Amazon. Definitely come in handy if the 4 times I've used it in the last 10 years. But not so sure if it was extremely necessary for me. But it was like $20, so I can't complain. And having a set of those small tools around with that small pin block is surely nice. But that silicone pad sounds nice for working on hot things. It's been a while since I've had to do any soldering on anything more than irrigation line. Yeah, I happened to rip up a bunch when I was doing a drainage project. I had to sort them all out and then get them all resoldered and patched together. That was fun. But it was all working when I was done. I pretty much just soldered the ground back together, and then I just soldered everything else that was about the right length. Only mixed up a couple, and then I just went back to the zone controller and just swapped the terminals to the new zones. Customer was happy with that. I mean, we didn't end on good terms, but that was beside the point. Definitely some things I could have done a lot better with that job. But a real sour taste in my mouth, and actually, the job led me to kind of spiral out for a while. By the time I was done with that job, I probably weighed like $175. Highly motivated, on point, you know, just on fire. But about 2-3 months later, I was probably back up at 220. And then within 6 months of that job, I was up at 260. So it's definitely rough. Definitely should have handled that differently. Now let's see. When you need to change a watch band, those kits make it easy. Yeah. That's exactly what I bought that kit for, is changing watch bands. Only had to change a few since I got it, but yeah, it does make it easy. Hey Cliff, are you still here? Or Phil, you might have some advice on this. You've done, HVAC contracting. What do you guys do when a project runs way over budgeted hours? Do you guys just eat it, or what do you guys do? And we're talking way over, like it ran double what was projected. I think there's always a cover your ass clause built in. Yeah, that project, I made sure to let them know that it was a time and materials project. And every day I kept them apprised of how we were looking on it for hours. And I let them know that we were running over. And that the bill would go up. Let's see. So unless it's your fault, you recovered. Yeah, my main fault in there was just not budgeting enough hours for that project. That being said, if they had known going into it what it was going to cost, they would not have proceeded. But yeah, so by the time it got to the end of the project, it had gone, well over, like I said, double the budgeted hours, and they were not happy with that final bill. Like, a part of me wanted to just eat the cost and chalk it up to growing pains and a learning experience. But my business partner did not agree with that. And apparently, the customers are saying there's some sort of miscommunication there because they did not know what our hourly rate was. And then later on, I realized that they had never done a project with us. Before that, they had just been like on a maintenance program. So they never knew what our hourly rate was until after I'd already gotten started. And that's something I definitely needed to make sure was stated. And so, man, they try to fight me on every single additional charge because they asked me to itemize, where all the time went. And so I did. And yeah, they used that against me. But yeah, I definitely felt like I should have eaten those costs. But my business partner was not on board with that. And I caved. And so in the end, they told us to cancel all of our maintenance stuff and apply a credit for all of the outstanding projects towards that bill. And I think there was only a difference of like $240 or something like that after that was done, and we parted ways. So, I don't know. Their ignorance isn't my fault. Yeah, but I also feel like I should have, I could have done more to make that go smoothly. Part of my problem was I booked the project in double, trying to save them some money with their neighbor to do a drainage extension for them, for their sump pump. And so to try and save on the machine rental, I booked them both at once. Got it all done. The equipment costs didn't go up, but it wore me more than I thought it would. And both projects ended up going over. The neighbor, they were fine with it, but, they paid. But we never worked with them again after that. But the original customer, they were pissed when that bill went up. Let's see. One repair. I recommend changing the unit. The customer said repair. Almost every board in the unit was bad. They never told us all the electrical repairs from the lightning strike. I would have never fixed it otherwise. Man. Yeah, that's some shadiness for sure. Yeah. So with that customer, I was doing a French drain and a sump pump and downspout discharge runoff setup. Full system. Both sides of the house, getting everything drained out, except for the back of the house. The back of the house was graded so it would drain into the French drain. And because they were getting a lot of erosion issues and then also standing water issues on the other side of the house. And I drove by their house the other day, and their yard looks 10 times better. There's no erosion issues. There's no moss growing up. Grass is growing well. So it worked. And, there's been zero maintenance to it needed. But man, it just, that left me kind of sour. Not at them, but more of it myself, because I feel like I could have done better. But yeah. Other repairs in other areas of the building. Yeah, it cost more to repair than a new unit would have been. Man, Phil, that's rough. That is rough. All right, I need to put a couple of these pots away before they take up all my space. But yeah, so I got a lot of good experience out of that. I'm going to use what I learned out of those few projects and apply it here at the house, where all I have to do is pay for supplies and equipment rental. So it'll pay off for me in the end. And you guys will get a front row seat to that project. So that should be good times. Because I need to do the full thing here at the house. There's a couple French drains here that were put in poorly, and so they've both failed and need to be entirely replaced. And then all the downspouts need to be done. There's only 2 downspouts tied into drainage here, and I need to get them all tied in. I need to set this house up so the foundation doesn't just sink down into the mud. Let's see. Compost. So that'll be a fun project, a lengthy one, but by the time it's all said and done, we should be in good shape for a while. Actually, you know what? I did hear back from that customer. He ended up blowing out his knees and tried to get me to come back and do their fertilization package again. So I sent them an offer, never heard back. So I guess they found another solution. So that was the end of that. Forgot about that one. Very surprised to get that text. Yo, dude, what up, homie? Just chilling, talking about stuff, some experiences, business stuff, and projects here in the house that need to happen. What you up to? Alright, time to get this slow cooker Dutch oven thing cleaned up. Use it to make a bulky for a baby shower at church that we went to Saturday. And I just did not have time to clean it. So, one thing I was happy with is every single one of the old ladies was head over heels with it. So that was cool. Nothing good. Waiting to hear back from John Deere on some paperwork. Considering other moves, you know how it goes. Yeah, man. You just got to keep looking until something comes through. Not let your guard down. I know exactly what you mean. All right, turn those off. You know, speaking of which, man, you get your stuff handled with the VA? I don't think I ever asked. You don't need to go into detail if you don't want to. And you got to watch out on those initial comp and pen claims, because they'll try to lowball you. You need to get back and appeal that quick. Filed it a year ago, still gathering evidence. Yeah, I get you. Just keep going in every time you have a complaint that would support your stuff. And when you go in for the exams, you don't really want to tell them how you're doing that day, because likely you'll have a good day on the exam day. You got to tell them about how your bad days are. Just be honest about how the bad days are and how often you have bad days. When you go in there, I would suggest looking it up ahead of time to see what criteria they're going to be asking, so you can know the things to say. Because they can be asking you questions looking for the answer of, I made 3 lefts. But if you tell them that you went right, they're going to be like, okay, did not take 3 lefts. You know what I mean? You know how it goes. So it's always good to know exactly what they're looking for in advance, so you get the most appropriate rating. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Got to play the game. And the great thing is that when that back pay comes in, because they will date it all the way to when you put that application in, or when you put the intent to file in. Filed it almost a year ago. Yeah, that's not too bad, especially for an initial. I mean, they're swamped right now with all that, what's it called, PACT Act stuff. I mean, I've had my appeal in for like 11 years now, and they're still going back and forth about it. So I don't expect you to have to wait that long, but that's how long I waited. But recently things got a lot faster. Definitely looking forward to it. Yeah. Okay. All right, fellas, it might not look like it, but we're cruising through. This patty press, bacon press, or whatever you want to call it, cleaned up. Let that dry. Rock and roll, that's right. That's right, Phil. Getting there. And then I gotta make food. I'm thinking of making meatballs Speaking of which, I should probably get the tomatoes boiling. Alright, let me finish this pan here. Alright. You know, actually, as soon as I get that started, I'm going to have to leave you guys for a minute. I got to get the laundry swapped out. I threw all my moto gear into the laundry because it was starting to stank, and I got to get it out and dry so I can go riding sooner. Especially those gloves. I mean, they always end up wet, but if I can start out with them dry, it's not so bad. All right. Pot, big pot. I'm missing a cast iron. Oh, I know where it is. Oh, where's the pot? There's that pot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got another bass. Good job. That's cool. Good job, kid. This kid's catching all the fish. Seaweed Prince. Hey, brother, nice kitchen you got there. Appreciate you. Wet gloves hurt my soul. Yeah, man, I get you. I get you. So there, Seaweed Prince, what part of the world are you in? Fish for dinner? No. No, they're getting all tossed back. I'm not eating fish out of this creek. Not that kind of creek. All runoff. And they're too small to keep anyways. I mean, the bluegill weren't terrible, but everything else is too small. Do you love, like, whenever you guys do dishes? I'm from Malaysia, by the way. Halfway around OTS. 12:22 past midnight. Oh, gotcha. Oh, it's 12:22 past midnight. Not often. I'll pull my wife's Korean, right? And my mother-in-law brought all these gloves with her. I only use them when I have tons of dishes to do. Other than that, I don't like the lack of grip. But Malaysia, that's cool. Okay. That my hands tend to sweat, so a lot. So it's always building up in there. Exactly, brother. Yeah, exactly. So let's pull these off. Hang them up here for now. Who is Gio? Do the dishes like it? Sometimes. Sometimes they try to escape. I don't know. Kind of varies. There we go. Let's pull that out of the way. Let's grab you guys over here. So stock pot over here. Let's adjust you guys a little bit. All right, let's grab some tomatoes. Oh, we only have 4 cans left. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get this going and then just let it boil. Got all the seasoning down pretty much, so I just have to, so I do it all at once and then I'm pretty much done. The only thing is I am out of basil, so I'm gonna use extra parsley and oregano, kind of make up for it. Ooh, the paper just came off. Oh, let's see. Oh, you touch the dishes more, please. Phil, you got no chill in you, man. It's hilarious. No, I have to say the dish soap is too harsh on some people, to the point of skin peel, as we call it. Yes, I'm a Haitian. I've been to the Excess Flowy Mound before 5 years ago, back in 2017. Yeah, I get you. It depends on the dish soap. I mean, we use really mild stuff. It's locally made, just natural Castile soap. So I believe it's olive oil based. Really gentle stuff. But, you know, I can mix it up more concentrated, which I generally do, just so I don't have to fill it up quite so often. But yeah, regular dish soap is pretty harsh. Oh, Texas flour melt. Gotcha. Cool. All right. There we go. Get these over here. All right, turn it on. Medium heat. Parsley. That should do for now. Oh. Oregano. Let's see. Let's get some marjoram in there. Oh, this will take too long. I'll show you guys here in a second. I'm gonna cut up some fresh garlic here in a few minutes. Let's see, let's get you guys in there. There we go. Yeah, parsley, oregano, marjoram, and then a healthy amount of olive oil. A little bit of chili flakes. And these are not the weak American chili flakes. These are bird's eye chilies or Thai chilies. Let's see, black pepper. That's good. And then some salt. And we will let that reduce down. But yeah, that's it. Simple. If I had basil, I'd throw that in there too, but I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this boil, and then I'll grab the immersion mixer in there and emulsify all this. Not emulsify, but puree all of this to get rid of the tomatoes chunks. And these are all skinned and whatnot. San Marzano tomatoes from Costco. Yeah, that's it. Just gonna throw in some garlic and we'll be good. I'll be ready in a couple hours. Home cooking. What's for lunch? I'm gonna make meatballs later on. That skillet though on the top right of my screen. Oh yeah, I've got a third one that goes here, a smaller one. I use these things all the time. I've got a bigger one around the corner that I use when I'm making burgers and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to let you guys chill here for a little bit, listen to the music, and then I've got to go change out the laundry, but then I shall return. So you guys just chill. All right, fellas, I'm back. Catch up here. Cool, I'm back. So, let's see. Seaweed prints. Do you guys put in some lemon or some citrus in dish soap mixed in with water? This stuff's actually got citrus essential oils mixed into it from the manufacturer. But sometimes I add some others. It depends. What are you making? Phil making meatballs with marinara. I don't know if I'll add spaghetti or not, but we'll see. Let's move you guys over a little bit. Check on that. Okay, cool. Took my supplies upstairs. Didn't hear. Gotcha. Those skillets are well used. Yeah, I've had them for about 11 years now. Use them almost every single day. Hate to see you go. Love watching you leave. Hey, buddy. And no homo, right? Okay, he's back. Yes, I am back. I'm back and caught up. Okay, let's rinse out these cans real quick. Get them in the recycling. Not cut myself. There we go. Let's get rid of these and then we'll mix that sauce up. And you know, I think I'm gonna cheat. I know you guys I was gonna told you guys I was gonna use fresh garlic, but I'm not. I've got some minced garlic here. Dried minced garlic. Oh, where did it go? There we go. Stuff is so useful. It's nice and potent too. Man. Good stuff. Just put a bunch of that in there. There we go. I'll put the fresh garlic in the meatballs. Here we go. Sam's had those number 10 cans on sale. Just a couple of bucks each. I got 2 flats. Yeah, we get them at Costco. I think they're $6 or $7. $6. $6 a can. Whenever we get them, we always just get a flat. So yeah, there we go. Mix that up. Or maybe they're cheaper than that. They're $3.99 a can? I don't know. Whatever it is, great price. All right, so we will leave that there. I'm gonna grab the immersion mixer real quick. I'll get that blended up. Okay, here is the head. Where is the mixer? There it is. Still out. Waiting to get washed. Used to make aioli the other day. All right, here we go. In she goes. I just like to keep the bottom edge just rested on there. And, you know, a little pumping action to mix them all in. We'll work our way around. This actually needs to get charged here soon. back. Chops and blends, slices all on the same day, right? All right, there we go. And coffee time. The wife said hers was bitter, so I just took hers, and what's left in the pot should be good. First E-unit to pass the office today. E-unit? What do you mean there, Phil? Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean. There's a slight bitter flavor to it. It's not too bad. Oh, compost. And you know what? I'm actually going to hurry this up a little bit. I'm going to grab some tomato paste. Throw a can in there. For you guys that don't know, tomato paste is just pureed tomato that's been dehydrated down to a paste. I'll actually take these number 10 can of tomatoes. I'll blend up the whole can and I'll throw it in the dehydrator. It makes these like potato chips. Super good. You got the wife convinced to move west yet? No, not yet, man. She's feeling the call to serve at this church that we've been going to. So, what the monkey nuts? Right here. Emergency unit, kind of like cops, ambulance, all in one. Oh, gotcha. Man, what is up? You guys see what's going on here? It's getting all funky on me. All right, we'll just have to do this. Paramedic, gotcha. Okay, let's just not cut myself. Hopefully I don't need a paramedic after this. There we go, just use the can opener like pliers. Okay, so I'm keeping my fingers well away from those edges. Razor sharp. Let's grab a knife and scoop it all out. But yeah, so those tomato chips, they're absolutely delicious. Tangy. It's very sweet, actually, from the tomatoes themselves. It brings out a lot of that natural sweetness. And then when I'm trying to make a tomato sauce real quick and in a hurry, I'll do exactly what I did here. And then I'll add a jar of those chips. And it just soaks up so much of that water. Makes it so you have to boil it down a lot less. Tomato paste works in a similar way, but you don't get quite as clean of a flavor out of it. Let's see what they put in here. Tomatoes and citric acid, yeah. The citric acid. Get there. Don't knock any shavings off that can. Yeah, Phil. There weren't any shavings on there. I made sure that they were all still connected. There we go. We're getting up to temp. I'm starting to see some bubbles coming through. Tomato sauce isn't hard, guys. When in doubt, just add more herbs. Oh, let's see what else I want to put in there. Let's put some celery seed in there too. Some good stuff. Not a ton. Gives that little refreshing zing to it. There we go. That should do. Okay, back to dishes. In a rare move, I'm actually going to wash this. There we go. Alright, that can just pop in there. Let's get some more of these dishes done. Alright, more stuff that can go into the dishwasher here. Cans can go away. What else can go? Let's see. Pots. Okay, and cutting boards. Noodles were yummy. Good fill. Always love some good noodles. Okay. Let's get these steins in here. And then I can throw those into the dishwasher as well. All right, what else can I put in there? Man, I'm listening to these sound effects in my ear. Without the right context, that would be very amusing. Alright, that's about all the room the dishwasher has. Well, let's get it loaded up and started. Some soap in there. Not too much, just enough to rinse everything with it. 1 hour cycle, begin. Right. Stir our sauce so we don't scorch any of those tomatoes. Yeah, it's already thickened up quite a bit just from that tomato paste. All right, let's get these cutting boards done. I have to head down near Detroit after work. Yuck. Yeah, man, I don't envy you that there, Phil. I imagine it's like Chicago, but worse. What you got going on down there? Can't imagine much that would force you to go there. So, fellas, after I went through the MSF course, or during and after, I had both the instructors approach me, tell me that I should highly consider becoming an instructor. What are you guys' thoughts? Should I lean into the propaganda for some easy cash, or what do you guys think? Kind of thinking it would be fun. What's up, kid? What you need? Huh? Meatballs? Can you go ask mommy if she's ready for me? Thank you. Well, it might not be a bad side gig. Yeah. I think the guy was telling me that depending on where you go to instruct, in which you can go anywhere, it's kind of like a side contractor kind of gig. They'll pay between like $350. Oh, sorry, Bob. I didn't know that you'd be done that fast. Oh, yeah. Between like $350 and $500 per class. So, works out to be like $38 an hour, something like that. For 2 days, 2 half days. Doesn't sound too bad. Although, you have to get licensed or certified. You hold any liability? No, they cover all that. The actual, what's it called? Location that's teaching. So each of the locations is, independent. They'll have primary instructor, and then the assistant instructors, just rotate around wherever they want to work or wherever they find, an open slot or they like working with, kind of thing. And that's what I would be looking at. Because you have to have a certain student to instructor ratio. It's like 1 to 6 max. So having that secondary instructor lets them have double the students, makes each class that much more profitable. And here where I live, in the state, they're down about 1/3 of instructors over the last 5 years or so. It's been a pretty decent gig, or a pretty decent demand. And the demand for riding instructors is just increasing. Just found a diamond ring on your desk. Man, Phil, lucky day. Can't hate on that. But yeah, I'm thinking that might be a fun thing to do towards the fall. Go down and get those certifications done. Let's pull the rest of these things over here. But yeah, so I'm definitely considering it. Probably make you a better rider too. I mean, it's all like fundamentals, and all you do is demonstrate the exercises. Talk them through it. It'd help with like the mental side of it. Being prepared for things. But at least going through the certification file, That would be interesting. Only thing was, like, when I went through it, I only lost points on one exercise, and that was, emergency stops. I think I know why. They said I went 2 feet long for the speed that I was going, but I think I started braking late. You have to start braking at a certain cones, and I think I overshot my stop mark. They were actually pretty surprised that I overshot it, but it's one of those things, like, whenever I needed to stop on the bike, I can stop before I hit something, but saying start your stop here, while also not looking at the ground. So, yeah. But other than that, everything was pretty easy after I got that tutorship up north. Plus learning from students and stuff, yeah. Trying to remember who was here just before lunch. Good luck on that, Phil. Stop at this one cone in a field of cones. Yeah, pretty much. A couple gals were in here paying bills. I'm sure you could look up the payments that were made, get a good idea of who was there. Yeah. I haven't decided. Yeah, Phil, the only thing is, though, you don't want to go calling around asking who left something there. Best thing to do is just kind of hang on to it and see who comes asking. Especially something like that. So be careful. Yeah. All right, I'm going to clear off this spot over here on the counter, and I can start washing these cups. I'll get a spot set up for them to dry. All right, let's grab a new towel too. I want to be drying clean things with a used towel. Oh, I'm down to my last few towels. I'm going to go up and wash more. Okay. There we go. We'll see. Stop digging the pasta. I don't even know if I'm going to be making pasta. Okay. No, put it back. Don't leave it here on the counter. Put it back, child. Okay. lot of back and forth. Hugh Landy, hi from Ireland. Well, hello from the US of A. How you doing, man? How's your day going? Evening, I believe. How was your day? Grand? Well, that's good to hear. How was your weekend? Do anything fun? What state? Missouri. Or misery. Hungry? Oh, the wife needs something to eat. All right. Okay. Cool. Why don't you go take care of a shite? All right. Go forth and conquer. Hey, what do you feel like having? All right, let's see what she says. Kogi. Okay. Anything in particular? Comma. I could grab a steak. Question mark. If we have any left. All right, fellas. I'm gonna go see if we have any steak left in the freezer. All right, give me 2 seconds. Okay. Make your way over to the freezer here. Hey, buddy, I got it. I have to dig in there and see how much. Hang on. Let's move this. What you got? Okay, I'll take it. Hang on. Yep. Ground beef that we have. Probably about 30 pounds left. Yeah, we need to order more beef. Oh yeah, when you order a half or a quarter steer, it comes with a lot of steak. Thank you. Bone broth. Yes, I can get you bone broth. All right, out you go. So, fellas, this is how you thaw a steak real quick and in a hurry. Ziploc bag, tub, hot water. Yes, they would. Wow, she caught 5 fish. Oh, pretty good day. They were hungry for sure. After all that rain, they had an appetite. Yeah, me too. No, you guys need to go put it back in the creek. We're not keeping fish in the stock tank. They'll die. You can't just put water in there. They have to be able to breathe. There's nothing adding any oxygen to the air, to the water. So it'll suffocate. Go tell Izzy she needs to put it back. Hurry up before the fish dies. Kid. All right, and we'll just leave that to thaw out. In the meantime, we'll grab out our bone broth for now. Oh, I need a new jar. If you guys go back a ways, you'll see the bone broth production. I need to make more soon. But yeah, this is the finished product. So, okay, we can put this away. You out of the way. Okay. Let's find ourselves a little pot. Grab a knife. Pop that lid. And give it the good old sniff test. Even if you do everything perfectly, sometimes they can go bad. Okay, we're gonna pop a hole in there. Chopstick. Just cut a little bit out of that fat cap. Pop some fat in there. Some bone broth. And then we're gonna add some water to it, because it is nice and concentrated. And then this jar can go in the fridge, and we'll finish that over the next few days. Not too much, just a wee bit. All right. You, Landy, I hope everything comes out okay. Man, Phil. Oh, man, that's funny. Yo, Idaho man, what's up, fool? How you doing? Hey, did you catch that little bit of a question that I posted up? Or was it last night in the chat? Good, good. heading in to give a lecture. Man, that's fun. Yeah, speaking of lectures, the wife's thinking about going back to school next year. What's the topic of the lecture there, Mr. Professor? No, what was it? Oh, so the church we've been going to, they're in the process of updating their bylaws. They sent out a draft of the changes they wanted to make, and one of the changes was to specify that the elders in the church would be required to be male, which, me growing up the way I did, that was always kind of a given, but, I was like, okay, cool, I can see that. And then apparently there was some pushback about adding that verbiage specifically, and they sent out an email saying how they were going to be taking that change back out of the proposed update. So they didn't want to make a theological statement, just a update to the management of the church and like the running and the function of it. And I'm not so sure how I feel about it. I'm feeling like it should be left in. My wife doesn't agree with that. She wants it out. But don't worry about that. Off you go. It's adult conversation. But that's a topic for another time. Our differences on that. So I'm taking the time to research that on my own, consider it on my own to come up with how I feel about it, and not just rely on this is always what I've known, because that's how I was raised kind of situation. Oh, hey, buddy. Can you take this up, please? Can you take this up, please? There we go. Thank you. Oh, mommy's going to want a straw. Here we go. Thanks. But yeah, Timothy and Titus laid out pretty clearly. Study those. Yeah, that was my assessment as well. On first cursory glance, I want to dig into it further. Really study the points for female women in leadership within the church. See what arguments they make and see if those have any standing in my soul. Yeah, that's part of what the wife is wanting to go back to school for, or considering it very loosely. She's mentioned it once or twice, is actually going through seminary, which, if it's for the purpose to understand, the word better, I can see that. And I'm not saying that women don't have any place in interpretation of the word. But I feel like that should be that proclivity, that ability should be separate from the organization of the church. That's kind of where I lean right now. But I am open to the possibility of being wrong. So I will chase that rabbit and see what I come up with. Topic of the lecture is care for suicidal patients. Oh, that's a good lecture. Man, kind of wish you could live stream that. That would be an interesting one. You know, if you could be the next Jordan Peterson. Or just video it and then upload it later. That'd be cool. Corinthians. Yeah, I'll look at those. Hey, Phil, if you're still around, could you send me those sections? Is the elder an official role? Yes. So the way that their bylaws are written out, elders manage the functions of the church. There's a elder council. Those passages that Idaho Man dropped in the chat there. So they participate on equal grounds with the head pastor to manage the church. They all have voting rights, and they're set out like certain percentages of voting that they all have to agree on, or unanimous things like that. Not sure exactly where the deacons line up in this church. I think it's, you know, kind of the day-to-day functions, whereas the elders are more of the decision makers. But I know they've said they've been open to having female deacons in the church. Oh, Phil, could you send that over in Signal? Once this live stream's over, this chat's going to be gone for a couple of days, and I want to strike while the iron's hot. But yeah, and you know, even that, I'm not sure how well that sits with me. I feel like from what I've always been taught, that's, you know, kind of prohibited or not taught, is that the hierarchy is pretty clear. I mean, even in the home, and that's not to say like women in the home don't have a say in things, can't contribute. You know, I feel like wherever truth comes from, it's still truth, no matter who utters it. But I don't think that should extend to the church to where they're given authority over the men of the church. But again, I mean, I'm going to be researching this all with a very open mind. Let your women keep silence in the churches. It's not permitted unto them to speak. They're commanded to be under obedience. It's also in the law. Even without the Bible, I think women tend to struggle with objectivity. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you know, my wife has a similar mindset, that she's open to the possibility of being wrong. So I feel like once I come to my conclusion that we can be on the same footing afterwards. So I need to sort out myself first, and then we need to be in alignment afterwards. So I'll likely be looking up different teachings on each of these passages, for and against it, and then do my own reading as well, and study, you know, context and all that stuff. But one thing I do appreciate about the Mormon church is everything is clearly defined. And it's like the women aren't just there doing nothing. They have their own structure where they organize themselves for, you know, the betterment of the management of the families. But it's separate from the men. And that I definitely like. Because it's not, I mean, in the role that they play within the church, it's not to be taken lightly. But getting used to these other churches is definitely an adjustment. So I'm trying to take it all at face value and come to my own conclusions privately. And if this is one of those things to where that church and I differ, take things with a grain of salt, I suppose, and maintain the teachings that we're convicted of within the family, and just make sure the kids understand that, even though we disagree on a few things, that doesn't invalidate everything that's taught on Sundays. But it is would be a major red flag if we differ on something like this. LCMS Lutheran is the same way. Clearly defined roles with women very appreciated for their unique gifts. Exactly. I mean, one example I have right now is like the pastor's wife. She's like a mom to the church. And nobody can nobody can disregard her contribution. But in no way does she have any sort of authority or official role within the church. So separate but equal, kind of. Equal importance and, significance, but definitely separate and hierarchical viewpoint is where I'm kind of leaning. Not that interchangeable stuff that's being taught these days. I feel like that started with the church and now it's transitioning into government and politics and corrupting our way of life here in the U.S. and the rest of the world too. But I mean, specifically here in the States, you see places where women are given vast control and authority, and then those sects of our culture just die. Education being one of them. Like you guys said, it's that objectivity. It's hard to separate. But yeah, that's my current ponderance, and we definitely studying that here closely, especially between now and whatever that when those changes are voted on. And I'm not an official member of the church that we go to, so I don't get any voting rights, which is fine. The wife's going through that, but I felt like we weren't ready to proceed with that, especially because our own house is not in good order. So I felt like that was something I needed to tackle first before I could even consider doing anything more seriously with the church. I feel, big fizz or, me personally, whichever. I'm sure we could all benefit from the edification of our more learned brother. It's good to ponder and find your own position. Exactly. See, hospitality director, women's Bible study, all kinds of roles. Exactly, Idaho. Oh. What's that? The steak? Yeah, I'm going to check it. Oh, the tomato? Well, yeah, I haven't even made the meatballs yet. That's probably going to be more of a dinner thing at this point. Yeah. Feel free to dig in there and grab yourself something. I received, Phil. Thank you. Just got a text. Thanks for the bone broth. Cool. Let's. Steak's only about half thawed, bud. There's no hope. Yukon. What's up? There's always hope, my friend. Yeah. I don't know what happened to you guys' leftovers. The rest of it got finished, Mommy. Like I heated up all of it yesterday, and Mommy and Daddy finished what I took upstairs. My neighbors go to a church run by 2 female pastors. Okay, thanks, Phil. Man, that's rough. Yeah, that's rough, man. Thank you. Usta? That isn't ideal. Yeah. Yeah. There, Yukon. That was kind of our discussion. I dropped it in the other chat last night with the church that we're going to. Recently made a few decisions that makes me kind of question things. Definitely subpar. Yeah. But I kind of feel like we, fleshed that out enough for here. For now. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah, because like you sit around for like 3 hours. Yeah, just sitting around for hours. That's pretty boring. It's more fun, not more funner. I agree. More fun when you're doing things. No fun just sitting at church for hours and hours and hours on end, not having anything to do. Just like school? Yeah. Well, not like you would know. Yeah. Alright, there we go. I need to make more. We're almost out of bread. Alright, let's just gently clean this one. I've broken so many of these glasses. All washing them. Super gentle. I can stick 2 fingers down there to clean it. That's it. If I stick a third in there, the whole thing shatters. Yeah, these ones are super thin. Very delicate. Yeah, delicate, fragile, similar meaning. So many churches have become less about God and walking with Him in our lives, and more about our little messed up human ideas. I agree, Yukon. I agree. So, yeah, here we are on our path. We'll see what comes. TMI. Phil. There's children present, man. Come on, man. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, sure. Two fingers is a good limit. Yeah, especially for those glasses. When God talks, the body talks. Boys will be boys, right, Phil? Oh, Jesus. That's not supposed to go on there. Oh, there we go. Got it out. Oh, it's okay. I got it off. It was dry because we left it out and didn't put it in a bag. Yeah, I know. It was up on the on top of the fridge for a couple of days and not put away. If it was put in the bag sooner, then it would not have gotten so dry. All right. Let's see, that's everything from over there. Let's get some more of these cups things taken care of. Gentlemen, we are almost finished. Hallelujah. Just a few odds and ends left. Dang, fellas. Oh, you gone, you know how it goes. Like I said, boys will be boys. Right here. I don't know where the other one is, but there's that one. There we go. French press, yeah, we use it for this one. I use it a lot for tea, but make some coffee in it every once in a while. Double-walled one. This is the one glass one that we've had without breaking it for quite a while, and that's mainly because it stays upstairs and nobody else uses it but me. The last one that we had, the last few that we've had were the Bodum ones. The single glass pane ones, and we've broken several of those. Not always us that broke them, mind you. But yeah, I like this one. Works well. Nice and big. Been eyeballing a bigger one, but it's been a while since I've made that much French press where we needed a bigger one. That is the bigger one. What's that? That's French press? Oh no, that's different. That's a vacuum brew thing. That's not a French press. Only use them camping. Gotcha. Yeah, they work pretty well. Makes a nice cup of coffee. Can't complain. Gotta get the grounds just right though. Whenever we go camping, we either use like a mocha pot, or we don't really use French press camping. Or I'll just make what's it called? Cowboy coffee. Between those, it generally gets done pretty well. I've made Fiend coffee or Vietnamese coffee camping before, and we have taken a French press once or twice, I think. And I've also done Turkish camping, but my favorite is just Cowboy. Throw it in the pot, turn it on, done. Oi, how about you get rid of this plastic that you left up here instead of just leaving a mess? Sean, what's up? Good day to you as well. I got this funky little pour over contraption meant for backpacking. I gotta try. And no time like the present. What's up, man? Where you from? How's your day going? Weekend go all right? Turkish and Armenian are very close. Love them both. Yeah. We just learned it as Turkish, and we just make whatever variation we want. But yes, I'm aware. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. A little bit of yogurt left in the bottom of there. Always trust the kids to point out your failings. Yep, just keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. Yep, it'll still burn it if you're not careful. I'm on a coffee break for some reason. Every time I drink caffeine, I cough like crazy. Interesting. That's not good. Caffeine is life, man. Let's get that documented. Maybe you developed a caffeine allergy. Wouldn't that be a hell of a claim to make? Core ruined caffeine for you. Missy, I know you're not going swimming out there on your own. No, you're not swimming out in the creek on your own with nobody out there with you. That is not safe and not a good idea. Yeah. Some other things that has to do with acid. I mean, is it only with coffee, or do you get the same thing with like tea? Although tea does have some acidity to it too. Yeah, I don't know. Man, we got to get you your fix, man. Life without caffeine is probably better, but a little boring. You don't even want to know how much I've had today. It took a lot to get me going. Been hitting hard, trying to get that garage taken care of. And just getting things cleaned up, taken care of. Not tried tea, but Red Bulls and all those lovely little things. Man, that sucks. Good. Once I get clear of it, I don't miss it besides the flavor. I miss the energy. Flavor I could leave. But I need that push to get me through the day. Oh. Caffeine and nicotine, powerful combination. Especially when you have a lot of things to do and you're the one who has to do it. Or battery level isn't good. All right. You got more going on than I do? Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit. I'll be down to trade though. A little while. Workload only. Workload only. None of that other, weird Florida man stuff. Okay. So this is reduced down quite a bit. It is definitely thickening up. Good. All right, let's check on our coffee. Okay, we've cooled down, so let's get that in the cold brew. Yeah. Yeah, it's connected. Please don't play with it. All right, here's our little cold brewer. Just dump all that in there. It's gonna be like dynamite in the morning. That's good enough. There we go. I mean, this cold brew was already potent, but it was out. Tell you what, though, that stuff put hair on your chest. About those grounds. And, just when you think you're almost done, more appears. What's your source of nicotine? I use the patches. Nice and clean, keeps my lungs clear. But I don't mind the pipe or the cigar occasionally. I found that when I was smoking my pipe every day, or cigars, my crankiness went way down and my focus went way up. Handled a lot of my symptoms. Figured it was a nice clean way to get it in, so I tried it for a little while, took to it, and now the VA sends it to me. Did you say pouches or patches? Patches, nicotine patches. The stop smoking kinds. Yeah, the VA just sends them to me now. Because smoking's not good for you if you do it all the time. Yeah, if it was pouching, I'd be like dipping right into the sink as I go. Never picked up dip while I was in. Oh, it's kind of nasty. You carrying around that spit bottle. Devil with the devil's lettuce? Nah. Not really. Sometimes I tried an edible or two. It's way too much. But no, I stay away from it for the most part. It's fully legal here, but I don't know. It just doesn't interest me. None of your business. Doesn't interest me. Just because you hear a adult conversation going on doesn't mean you should jump in, okay? If you have questions, you can ask me later. Then you can swallow, but yeah, nothing worse than cleaning up spit bottles. Yeah, did that funny. They always seem to get left around. Earmuffs, right? All right, there we go. Is that going to be it? Yeah, I will save those later. Oh, right. Gotta get this going. There we go. Yeah, every time we go to Sushi Train, we get these little plum wine shots, and we just bring home the bottles. Perfect little shot glasses. Probably a double shot. Let's see. 50 mil. Yeah, it's about 2 shots. Double shot glass. All right, fellas, that's it. The dishes are clean. I've got other stuff I got to do. Oh, strike that. One more knife sitting here. Oh, and another cup. Look at that. They're hiding. Ask an ankle biter what it's like being raised by an old Papa Roach. Oh, that's my dad. He was a math teacher, and instead of Mr. Roach all the time, they started calling him Papa Roach. Kind of funny. Oh, thank you. See, look at this boy. He found more of them for me. Put it down. Off you go. I love you too, kid. Be safe. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Yukon, there's some questions that you just don't want to ask. You know what I mean? Kind of think you know the answer, but I kind of don't want to hear it if it's not. You know. Bye. What? Get your sister out of the creek and you can share one. Make sure she washes her hands. You know, it's one of those things like you think you know what the answer is, but kind of afraid that it's not going to be that. And we've had our rough times before, but especially this last year, it's gotten better. Things have leveled out. This past couple of years, things have been getting better. But I know, especially when he was young, things were hard around here. Wife and I, neither of us were in a good place. But it's been a lot of healing. And the two of them are thriving. So I think I'll leave that unasked and just trust that we're on the right path. But yeah. Anyways, fellas, I gotta get out of here. Peace. Is he?